I have writer's block. I cannot figure out what to do for this video. I don't want to just do another challenge run, and I really don't want to make my Sunday video, the ones that are normally the high quality ones, a let's play. Plus, I just saw a video by Tom Scott the other day where he asked an AI for ideas, and some of them were actually pretty good. Side note, Tom Scott seriously rocks. The cliff that refuses to be a cliff? Perfection. Now, in that video, he used the text-synthesizing AI GPT-3, but since I don't have access to that, I'm using GPT-2 instead. Also, before you ask, no, I do not know how this thing works. I just know that you pour in the text, it scans the interwebs for stuff, and then you get text shot back out of you. Let's do this thing. I fed it 6 of my recent video titles, what those are is on screen now, and let's see what we get. Oh, also, another little side tangent, since I've put out so many challenge runs, Lumion Legacy videos, and Let's Plays lately, and I don't want to use any of those, in order to get 6 videos that aren't that, I had to go way back. Like, back to the dawn of this channel as you know it. Okay, I think I broke the AI by feeding it text that it didn't know how to use. Well, this is a really weird passage, so I'm gonna read it out, all in one take. Let's go. There are a few things to keep in mind when playing Pokemon Summarized. 1. There's no way to beat the game. It's a little more complex at this point, but in general, with every Pokemon game you play, it becomes harder and harder to beat the system. Pokemon is so important to play in Pokemon games, it means you're going to have to learn moves in the game that help you out a lot. In the past few years, Pokemon has become my second favorite sport, so I hope you know how it's worked out for you. While you're practicing your moves, I love to see how your abilities and team is going to fit together as an active team. The top Pokemon with your great Pokemon power come from the game of Pokemon, and that's what the game is. Playing with your Pokemon on your favorite Pokemon trainer, doing that trick to the top Pokemon trainer, and winning the game is one of the most fun things you can do in Pokemon. The more you play, the more things you can do. The more Pokemon, the easier it is to build teams. 2. If your Pokemon is up for anything, hey or. And that's just it. That's where it stops. Okay, I'm gonna feed it a few different videos, as well as a few ideas that have popped into my head but I haven't used yet. Obviously, I won't tell you what those are, but here's the result. Okay, now I think we're getting somewhere. We have a few titles and a paragraph about some of them. Here are those paragraphs. 5 great Pokemon games. There is often a lack of good Pokemon content online, and it shows with the continued drop in the number of Pokemon online games. As more and more people get used to these new Pokemon, it's important to show them the amazing community they are. We think that Pokemon is a great community, and as more and more Pokemon games are released online from the Pokemon world, it will continue to see such fantastic games become a part of the Pokemon world. This community will grow as well. A great Pokemon game. Great Pokemon games are games where players solve puzzles, have fun, and have the potential to change the world. There are many Pokemon games out there, this list would definitely have to go with them. The game Pokemon Battle League. Battle the Pokemon of your village through a series of random battles including special moves, and defeat powerful Pokemon with the help of your friends. The game is free, and lets you play as well as challenge others. I feel like that last one described a mix of Masters, Pokemon Unite, and all the main series Pokemon games. Now I actually want someone to make that. That sounds like a cool concept. Now that we've got this start, let's plug that back into the text generator and get my script. Oh, wait, this is a problem I didn't expect. It can only synthesize so much text, and if I enter in too much, it doesn't synthesize any. Okay, in that case, let's just plug in the first bit and repeat that a few times to get new entries. Here is the final script. 5 great Pokemon games. There is often a lack of good Pokemon content online, and it shows with the continued drop in the number of Pokemon online games. This game is free and lets you play as well as challenge others. All about Pokemon. We have a list of all Pokemon games that are available on other platforms, but they are in no way affiliated with, nor will the games be sponsored by or given money. All things related are for adults, not children. You are free to play as young as you like, and there is no donation requirement. Pokemon Goldenrod Pokemon. Pokemon Goldenrod Pokemon comes with a brand new Pokemon that allows you to learn the Goldenrod and a more. Note here from Absol, the AI refused to give me any more of this line, so we're left to eternally wonder what Pokemon Goldenrod Pokemon is. This is one of the best Pokemon games to ever grace the PlayStation Store. A great game of cards. In our own Pokemon card game, players win and lose matches with many unique Pokemon cards, as well as an unlimited number of special moves. Players may also choose Pokemon that have appeared in a Pokemon game for their deck, using any of the cards that appeared in the game. I am a Pokemon trainer, and pretty good at Pokemon decks. Awesome Pokemon games. This list has the best Pokemon titles to date, and are only one game in the show. The more Pokemon you play, the more you will love it. Let's not forget the huge Pokemon game. This list just happens to be the second best Pokemon game to date. It has no ads, but does have some truly amazing Pokemon with its amazing backgrounds. Okay, I think that's the best we can get, so I'll send you out with this message from the AI about the meaning of human existence. This is a very deep message about the meaning of human existence. We think it conveys through the message, and I don't want to use the language that has no meaning. We're all human, and I think we should respect each other on this very important earth. The way we're both human and human needs to be in harmony. It should be in mutual respect. I think it's in a deep, deep place that we're in such an important moment. The whole process is, I think, an important, deep process. It's such a hard thing to imagine, and this is an issue that I think affects us all at that very moment. It's an issue that impacts the very foundation of what we believe about the Earth and our human relationship with it. I think there will be one place in the world where we can do one thing and walk out of here in new light and experience something that you've never experienced before. Laughter. Oh, hey, note here from Absol about the laughter bit. It's in parentheses, so I think that's supposed to be actual laughter. Here's what I think is closer to what it was supposed to actually sound like. I think there will be one place in the world where we can do one thing and walk out of here in a new light and experience something that you've never experienced before. Ha 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 ha. And to the extent that people will try to push that away from there and go home in a new light, they are not successful in that. The idea that humans are all alike and just different is, I think, something that people won't believe, and I just want to stop trying to talk about it. People should stop trying to make fun of us and instead come into the discussion about making fun of each other. The one thing I want you to talk about is how you can go.